union jobs, Randy. You want the you want Walmart unionized.
Look,
you want all of the fast food. All of the fast food.
We
chains
want good
unionized.
jobs in America, and one of the reasons that we're against the new labor secretary is you can't reduce the minimum wage. You have to increase wages in America.
Why not just leave it to the states like Donald Trump wants to do?
Look, we've been fighting in terms of the states and fighting for all of that stuff. And frankly, under the Education Act, we keep on saying, let's leave it for the states.
So you agree with that?
We are saying, I try to find every which way to raise wages, whether it's at the federal government level, whether it's the state government level. People can't live on $10 an hour. You got to raise wages to a living wage for people. I look at it, you guys look at it from top down. Yeah. I look at it from bottom up. I look at it from the way an individual worker needs to look at it. Yeah.
But I think, don't you think that one of the issues here is automation? We talk about jobs going overseas. We need to raise minimum wage. But Andy Puzder is saying, look, automation is a thing that's going to undercut the minimum wage. You can raise it $15 an hour. Restaurants are just going to automate these jobs. Where is that in the conversation?
Look, every single speech I give starts with, we have to deal with the effects of deindustrialization, globalization, and automation, and frankly, the internet revolution. But the bottom line is, you got an appointee to the labor secretary who believes in robots. Yes, we have to deal with we have to deal with robots
because that's the reality of it.
You know something? If you have in restaurants, if you are the labor secretary and you believe in replacing workers with robots, I think that's a problem.
What are you going to do? Put your head under a rock?
I think that's a problem.
If the education system was better than this country, we would actually be educating kids to build the robots rather than
we are educating. I want to show you. I want to take you to some of the robotic fairs that I've seen. We are educating kids to build the robots, and frankly, the career tech ed programs that we have in America, that my union has been championing, are fantastic, and we should have more of them.
Real quick, you don't like Andy Puzder for labor secretary. What about Betsy Devos for education?
Look, she's the most anti-public education nominee we've ever had.
Well, she pushes charter schools, which have worked.
She pushed charter schools in Michigan have not worked. In the NAEP scores, the nation's report card have shown that public schools in Michigan work better than charters. And frankly, some of us, what she did this year is in Detroit, we all asked for accountability for charters and for publics, and she fought against it. In Michigan in 2000, when the governor and the Republican senator...
Let me ask you one question. Why did all the unions vote for Donald Trump?
My union, 80% of my members...
The working man and woman voted for Donald Trump, Randy.
First off, two things. 80% of my members voted for Hillary Clinton. Number two...
Are you sure about that?
You know, from... as much as you can believe polls.
I don't believe it.
But number two, what Donald Trump promised was he promised that he was going to help shake up Washington, which everybody wants shaken up, and he promised that he would get rid of the elite and the establishment. And if you look at his cabinet, the cabinet is the elite and the establishment.
But you know,
Randy, get rid of the union stranglehold on public education in this country. And by the way, there are plenty of studies out there, Randy, that show that charter schools work. There have been study after study out of Stanford University looking at urban areas where kids in charter schools do better. They get more education. They have better reading skills.
So would it surprise you that I run in New York City one of the best charters in the United States of America? A charter school that has 100% graduation rate.
So why are we trashing charter schools?
Right. Because at the same time, what charters are supposed to be are not displacing other public schools. Betsy Devos, Michigan, 80% for-profit charter schools that haven't actually worked. What I'm saying is, when you go and actually stop a governor in Michigan with this Republican senator from Michigan from delaying a tax cut to corporations so that they can actually pay for schools for 6 months, and you stop that, that's being anti-public education. When you don't allow there to be the same regulations for kids that protect kids in Detroit as for publics and for charters, that's going after public education. When you actually say we should end Detroit's public schools, that's being anti-public education. We need to do both.
All right, Randy, good to see you.
Thanks.
This was a lot of fun. Randy Weingarten joining us right now.